Okay, I'm gonna do Sharon's famous cut crease that she's sort of really famous for. This took me a while to get, so if you don't get it on the first try, don't worry. But my biggest tip, because I'm not going to really be able to talk while I'm doing this, but my biggest tip is to follow your crease. I used to go like above the crease, and it actually ended up just looking, because I thought that's how I was seeing it, was kind of above the crease, but actually I think when you follow your own crease, it will, the way when you're putting on the product, it'll naturally go a little bit above, but at least you're following like your natural crease so it comes across more natural, because Sharon's looked really natural. It didn't look, I mean, it was graphic, it was there, but it wasn't like today when you see like a cut crease and it's like so graphic, so perfect, and like just really there. Hers almost just looked like it was a part of her eye, you know, it wasn't. And she definitely took, I think, a lot of influence from Greta Garbo and a lot of the silent film actresses of the 20s. So I think was sort of her inspiration. And so I kind of took that in mind and made it definitely look like, you know, the 60s, more like Sharon's look. I see people kind of recreate it, but it looks very modern. So I guess my biggest thing is follow your own crease to do this look, and it'll look really good if you just do that, but it may take some practice. I'm just going to use a dark brown from the Lorac Pro palette. I think she used brown eyeliner, but for me it's a little bit easier to just use brown eyeshadow. And I'm using a fairly, I don't know if you can see that, a fairly small brush, but not so small, because I'm going to be able to like blend it in a little bit. So here we go. And I'll try to like lean in a little bit, because when I zoom in it just cuts off my eye. So and look down almost. So I'm going to follow my crease right here, and I'm going to kind of look down into the mirror. It didn't have a lot of product on it, so let's try that again. Okay, so what I did there was just take my fingernail and kind of crease it out like that. So now I'm going to do the other eye. Okay, see how I'm following my own crease? I don't know why that wasn't coming out very dark, but hers was definitely a lot darker, so I'm gonna do that again. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm gonna make this one in the right here a little bit darker right there. Seems like it was darker here and then kind of flowed out, Now I'm going to take a, where'd that go? I'm going to take more of a angular, if I can find it. Where'd that go? I just had an angled brush like 2 seconds ago. Where art thou, angular brush? Oh, here it is. That's the thing, like when you have a lot of makeup, I swear you half the time spent like looking for what you need. So I'm just going to go back in with that dark brown and just make the edge a little bit sharper right here. Just because I feel like Sharon's was a little bit sharper than that. So kind of make it go out like that. Oh, that looks a little too far, so I'm going to take a Q-tip. So that's the thing. It's really just about like trial and error. That looks better. I'm going to fix that one too. Because you want it to go out, but you don't want it to be so crazy. Like I noticed that, like some people will do a Sharon look and then it's like, that part looks a little, like I'm going out with it, if you can see. But I'm not going too out with it. And I just keep going over it a little bit because until you get that desired effect, I'd rather use a little bit of product and be able to go back to it. So now if you can see, I'll close my eyes and then you can see what it looks like. So the next thing she does is, I notice that sometimes she does draw on lashes. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I'm going to do a few on the bottom. Again, I'm just going to use the dark brown on me. She might have used black, but it sort of looks like she's stuck with dark brown. On me, black looks a little harsh. But if you feel like black looks better with your eye color, but because I have green eyes, I feel like black looks sort of harsh. So I try to stick with like warmer, like browns and stuff. So I'm going to just draw on some lashes on the bottom. And the thing is to kind of go outward because we're following our cut crease here and it kind of goes out. So I'm going to start at the very beginning of the lash here, the very bottom, the edge, and just lightly, oops. Okay, and then I'll do the other side, and I don't do it all the way. Like I said, I think Sharon was really big on, like she definitely wore the makeup at the time, you know, like the twiggy lashes, you know, like she kind of did that. But the way she did everything, it just looked very natural, which I really like, and I think that's why this makes this look so accessible. So now I think the only thing that I have to do is apply mascara and then maybe some blush, and then the look will be finished, which is really exciting. This is such good mascara when you're doing a retro sort of eye look. Oops. When you're doing a retro eye look, I like the Scandal Eyes Retro Glam from Rimmel. It definitely gives you like thick lashes without having to wear the fake lashes. Sometimes Sharon, I noticed, wore lashes, but sometimes she didn't. So I'm gonna not today just because for like a daytime look makes it easier. But if you wanted to do this like nighttime, Like a lot of Sharon's night looks, I'm sure she did fake lashes. But yeah, once you put the mascara on, it doesn't make the cut crease look so dramatic. And as you can see from watching the video, I went over it a few times. Like sometimes you have to kind of take a Q-tip and kind of make it go in the way you want it to go in, especially when you're just starting out with this look. And then if you get really brave, and maybe one day I'll get really brave too, and I'll use eyeliner like Sharon did. But I just don't feel that like brave with the look. If you feel more brave with like using an eyeliner, I think it would probably make it come out even more concise and clear, and like maybe a little darker. But I think the shadow keeps it looking more natural and more comfortable to wear this kind of look. You know, I think so many people don't wear looks like this because they're afraid it's like so out there, you know, because the 60s definitely, like, everything was very like graphic with the makeup, you know, like it was meant to be seen, which I think is awesome. And I love the cut crease. It makes your eyes look huge. So I'm gonna just do one more coat of mascara on the top. Okay. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of blush on the cheeks. I'm just going to use the same brush I used for my bronzer. And I'm just using this sort of peachy, I don't really have a light pink, but if you have a light pink, that's what Sharon used. I have more of like a light pinky peachy color. So I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, and then I'm going to apply a nude lipstick as well. Sharon was either did no lipstick or just applied Vaseline, or had like a very light pinky nude. So I have kind of a light pink nude color I'll just apply a little bit of to make it a little more 60s too, because I noticed in the 60s they definitely liked the pale colors, the pale pinks, more nude colors. Okay, I think that's it for this Sharon Tate inspired look. I really love this look. I've actually been wearing this a lot lately. I think it looks, you know, really pretty and kind of like a fun take on the 60s. And I love anything like 60s, and I feel like Sharon's like a good segue because her makeup still looks very like current. Like you look at it, and even if the picture is 50 years old or something like that, the makeup looks, you know, current and relevant. And I really love it so much. And I love Sharon. I think she's such a style icon and a makeup icon. And this is like a really fun look. And like I said, it definitely makes your eyes look big for sure. But yeah, so let me know if you tried out this look, what look I should do next. I hope you enjoy watching. Bye.